This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. We're so glad to have you share your precious time with us, and we hope that you will enjoy our topic today. And I am your host for today, Flo Guillermo here from the local congregation of Vancouver, and we'd like to, have you engage with us during our program. So your thoughts are just so valuable, and we encourage all of you to participate with us in the live chat, share your feedback and your insights about our discussion today, and be sure to hashtag your local congregation or your group worship service. And we're excited today because like how we sent out our promotional this today, and this is actually our kickoff to our booklet night, and we celebrate that tomorrow. And so the Christian Family Organization commemorates the 62nd anniversary of the booklet organization. The booklet organization is comprised of our married brethren inside the Church of Christ, and we're just so excited to hold our booklet night when our husbands and wives come to celebrate the love and faith blessed by our Heavenly Father. And so without further ado here, let's meet our guests who are our booklet members here in the Church of Christ in our District of Oregon. And so let's call on them and have them introduce themselves. And so let me call on the Dasmariñas couple and say hello to them, Sister Maria and Brother Alan. How are you po?
Hello po.
Hello po.
Thank you for having us po, Sister Flo. I'm Brother Alan and my wife, Sister Maria po, from the local congregation of Portland. Just want to greet our local congregation, our resident minister, who just said hi to us too in the chat, Brother Jake and the family po. So hello po to everyone listening in the whole district, and I see also there are other districts also watching us. So hello po, good morning, good evening, or good night, whichever.
Nice to be here po, Sister Flo and everyone. Thank you for having us po. And I know our siblings are also dialing in either from California or here from the local of Portland. So hello to everyone po.
All right, we're just happy to have you. And, first timers here on INC Radio Oregon, and we're so happy to have you. Let's call on our second couple here in our district, Brother Lester and Sister Ashley. Hello po.
Hello po, Sister Flo. thank you for inviting us po. It's a great honor for us po. Thank you so much. Um, I am Brother Lexter and my wife, Sister Ashley from the local congregation of Vancouver. And we would like to greet all the brethren all around the world po, from the local of Vancouver, the whole district of Oregon. Um, would like to greet also our resident ministers, Brother Rod Reyes, Sister Millie.
And to Brother Albertson Macalinta and his wife, Sister Danielle po, and their son, Aidan po.
I forgot Brother Edward, lovable Edward, uh, son of Brother Rod and Sister Millie po. And I would like to take this chance also to greet all my family members at Philippines, from the local of Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. And it's the Domingo and Kili family, and the side of my wife's Viernes family.
Well, nice to have both of you as well, Bo. And we're excited to have our couple of our couples here in our District of Oregon. And thank you for accepting this invitation to be with us here at INC Radio. It's actually our honor as well to have you here. And so, just for warm up, we're gonna do our live chat question. And so we're gonna pose it over to our live chat who are there as well. Um, and for you both of you to please answer this. And I hope that our clear text will, yeah, right on point. So our question here for all of us, especially our married viewers and our listeners, and maybe our Kadiwa members as well who are still single. So, what traits did you look for in a life partner? And so we're gonna go ahead um, and answer that. And I know that when we were still trying to seek out our um, partner in life, right? They gotta have this. Some of us have to have this, and then some we say we want the tall, dark, and handsome, right? However, you know we sometimes don't get that. So let's ask our couples, brother Alan and sister Maria. What traits did you look for in a partner? Either of you could answer this.
Um, well, as for me, po, beautiful, of course, and smart. It's it's you could say since the beginning, I've known Sister Maria for a while, since sixth grade, and we've been friends since then, and until after high school or so. And like as for me, I've always been, I guess, enchanted by her, and
Oh,
it wasn't really until we got together, or in California, because we came from California.
yeah.
That's where we moved from. Back then, it was we were in Guam. That's where we knew each other, and we've been friends since then. And then I moved to California, and then she moved to California after 2 years, and from there we just met and got together with all our other friends as well. And yeah, it's
So brother Alan, so in all those times, you knew her. What was one trait that you liked about her?
she's really sharp in a way. You can say intuitively she already knows what's gonna happen, or she knows
Hmm.
that that's what really attracted me, and that trait. And so yeah, it's been good.
Nice.
God's really helpful.
Okay, so smart, intuitive. What about for you, Sister Maria? What was the trait that you were looking for
I think
in a partner?
for me po, with Brother Alan, he always makes me laugh. I think that's very important po, sense of humor, because it goes a long way. We always have to be smiling, right? Look at the bright side of life, and that's Brother Alan in a nutshell. He's always positive, does not get stressed about anything pretty much. And so I really like that about him, and looking at a partner for, forever, the long term. You want that in your life. You want somebody who's always going to boost you up and make you a better person just being with them. So that's what I love about Brother Alan.
Okay, I love that. So we got smart, intuitive, humor, and positivity.
Yeah.
So let's go over to Brother Lexter and Sister Ashley. Um, what traits you were looking for in a life partner, Paul?
Well, for me po, when we started dating, um, I noticed she's Sister Ashley is like family oriented, and she's so active at church, and it's just a God fearing, um, and that's like the most like, you know, attracted like attract me. And there's some more, when we were at university, we're studying to become a teacher. So in that case also, I would say that she's gonna be good in like time management, and you know.
Yeah. How about for you, Sister Ashley?
We have a same traits of Kalex po. He is God-fearing, moral, positive also with the brother Alan. And I've noticed him that he is a responsible person po.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we got a lot that God fearing, responsible, um, pretty much similar to the both of you from family oriented, right?
Yeah, I
And so
think.
go ahead, sister.
Yeah, I think the first trait that we would love was the God fearing po.
Mm-hmm. So that's important in a relationship, and these are wonderful traits to look for in 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 a partner. And so let's go ahead and see some of our brethren who's chiming in on this. Sister Rachel Cruz from Beaverton, spouse traits. She said, pleasing to my eyes and always pleasing our Almighty God. Very, very well said. Sister Jillian, who is one of our hosts here on INC Radio, who is still a Kadiva, and she already knows what she's looking for. She says, someone who helps me and always supports me in my duty. And that goes both ways. And that was very important for me as well. And that's how, we we kept each other in line as well. And so that good, very, very good point, Sister Jillian. Thank you for that. Let's see who else. Brother Andrew Wynn from the District of Virginia says, traits to look for, speaks positive words, a hard worker, and kind person. Okay, so this conversation doesn't stop here. And for those of you still wanting to chime in on your traits, your life partner's traits, you can go ahead and chime in there in the live chat. We hope to get that going as well. So we'll go on and continue our conversation. And so I think Brother Alan kind of started off already with how long, um, their relationship was. So how long have you been married?
We've been married for 16 years po.
16 years long.
2008 po.
Yeah. Wow, that is a long time for couples these days to stay together, right? And where did you meet? I know you kind of said something earlier, and you had quite a bit of history there. So where did you first met? Let's
So
put it that way.
we met in Guam. So prior to
Mhm.
moving to California, we both lived in Guam, and we were merely 12, 13 when we
Yes.
first met. Paul,
Middle
we
school.
went to the same school, middle school, high school, and then again we crossed paths when we moved to California after high school. Po.
Wow, that's a very long time. So it's more than 16 years to have known each other as well. So 16 plus, right?
Cross,
Yes,
yes.
po.
16 plus, right? So for brother Lexter and sister Ashley, may I ask how long have you been married?
We've been married for like 6.5 years, po. We just got married last 2018.
2018. So between our two couples, they have 10 years difference, and still, there's a lot that still goes on in a marriage, no matter how long you've been married. So, uh, brother Lexter, how did you know when sister Ashley was the one?
Um, it's a funny story, po, but I would say I told myself she was the one when I did my background check, before I do court her, I mean, like, she's an active member of the church. We used to attend this CBI, Christian Brotherhood International. So we always see each other at we go into the same university, and we go to the same church every Friday. That's every Friday, together with all of the Kadiwa and Binhi members in our school. So that time, I met her, and then you could say, while getting around with her, and you can be able to, you can see like there's like a spotlight, that's gonna tell that she's the one.
So this must have been like a nice aura that she displayed, right? Sister Ashley displayed, and must have been eye catching, right? And I know sometimes we kind of look at observe. I want to say observe, brother Dexter. You know, they're active. They're and they studied. They're active. So that's good. And there's ways that that there's one that will fit into your criteria of who you're looking for in a life partner. Sister brother Alan, oh, what was it that you knew that Sister Maria was the one?
Um, well, to be honest, it's since then, back then, I've actually prayed that she might be the one. But it was like a sincere prayer. Yeah, this is when I was probably in my freshman year, and
Okay.
so yeah, I prayed, but that was I, it just didn't really happen. But at the end, when we when we actually met, when we crossed path in California, that's when I guess they hit it off, and it's the good thing about it is that my brother Christian, actually, because Sister Maria was not a member of the church yet, but when we were still hanging out in California, my brother invited her to an EVM, and that's when she got called. And from there on out, I'm just rooting and rooting that if she becomes a member, then it's she is it. So
That's your sign, brother Alan. What a blessed sign that is, and so there's ways that we know that's the one. We prayed for them, to make sure that he is the one or she is the one, And even way before that, we already have our own personal devotional prayers, especially when, that time is you're ready for a lifetime partner. So prayer is one of the greatest part, to do when you're looking for someone, because we've learned that the spouse comes from God, and God will give it to you as long as you pray for it, right? And so, during our relationship, or even maybe it takes place before that or during, as we get started in our relationship, we have goals, and and one of them could be having a good communication. And I know that there are times when we experience things of misunderstanding, of things that are um, that we make a decision on, uh, various things, and we have to have that communication. What was your goal in that, for you, Brother Alan and Sister Maria?
Yes. Yes po. So very important po in a relationship is the communication. I think how it's worked for me and Brother Alan's been working really well is that we just are really open and honest with each other. Everything that we do po, all the decisions, whether it's family, it's about our family or each other, we consult each other po. So it's a partnership when it comes to communication. He knows everything, I know everything. We just definitely collaborate po, and of course, always consult God because what we've found what in life is that, especially being married to each other, what we found is that we always have plans, but it's not always the right plan. um and that's something that we've seen just in the past year. As Brother Alan said, we've moved from California to Oregon just last November po, so a year ago, and we were really slated to go to Texas, but for some reason po, God intervened and something came up for my work that geared us towards Pacific Northwest, and we were able to move towards the District of Oregon, Portland locale. So I think po, and coming back to your question on the communication piece, it's always being together in the decision. And I know it's hard sometimes because you don't always agree on everything, but what we try to do po is just agree to disagree. We always compromise, hear each other out, and neither one of us is, superior to each other. We really just partner and collaborate po.
And what we also tell each other is that everything happens for a reason, and that's what we always talk about. But in truth, it's really up to God. So we just let that drive um, everything that we do.
Yeah. I love that. You talk about it, you you come to some kind of agreement, but there are times when we don't agree with things with one another. So, you continue to discuss over it, and maybe sometimes you need to take a break. There are times when we need to take a break in conversing about whatever item or issue you're talking about, or a decision you have to make, and then come back together. And that's when, you pray about your decision and collaborate. I love that, you say you both collaborate on things, and then see what side is good and what not so good side, and then have God be the one to intervene in your decision. um I want to go over to Brother Lexter and Sister Ashley. So I know that it's only this year that Sister Ashley arrived to Vancouver, and they've been married since, what is this, 2018, so 6 years. And I know that it was a temporary long distance relationship, because we knew that eventually Sister Ashley was gonna come here. And we always was rooting for Brother Al Lexter that soon Sister Ashley was coming. We were so excited. But in that time, Brother Lexter and Sister Ashley, how did communication play into your relationship, being the distance?
Well, with that said po, Sister Flo, I would say with our situation that time, I wouldn't say that's easy. Just imagine like facing all these kind of problems and trials far away to each other. Yes po. We got married like 2018 and then leave her over there at the Philippines, and by using just modern technology that we have right now. But even though you have those kinds of technology po, I mean, we can talk, communicate, you have that communication, but sometimes there's still that feeling that, I wish you're on my side. Yes po. So this is like really a hard, like, it, if you could just imagine, it's like a hard, it's one of my darkest, like while waiting, I thought it's gonna be easy and just a couple years it will take, but it took us like 5 years of
5 years.
long distance relationship. And last year came to a point that not only questioning the process, you know, I'm just like, I was like, came to a point that I was questioning God, honestly, like, why? Why it's like this? How long it takes more? Like, came to a point that right now I'm willing to give up everything that I've started over here and just go home and to be with her, po. But I've tried to talk some of our resident ministers, some ministers, and what are they advice? And they told me to just do like continue devotional prayer, and then this year, just I just received an email, and then
The best part.
best, I would say it's the very best part of our life right now.
It is the best part. You were able to go get Sister Ashley to come here, but all of that paid off in prayers and patience, and that was a really test of patience. I have to say, 5 years is a long time to wait for your partner to arrive here, and but you know when all of that happened, Brother Lexter, I think all of that sad part of your life just melted away when you have Sister Ashley here now, right? So really, really a blessing. So communication in terms of, we're fortunate to have the modern technology that we have today. Uh, I think I just wanted to point out, I think if it was my time 33 years ago, I don't know if we would have had that kind of technology. So um, I'm glad that it wasn't like that. But for you, I think everybody goes through something, and 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 that's important too, because it enriches your faith in God. It enriches your relationship with one another as well. And so for us, we are busy people. We are moms, we are wives, we are husbands, we work, and of course we have duties inside the Church of Christ. And so how do we balance all of that? um, I go through that too, and it's amazing. It's amazing what we can do and how God can be with us in trying to get through everything. Sister Maria, you mentioned about this mom math. Tell us about that. I go through that too. So can you explain what is mom math is?
Yes po. So that's on the daily for me. I also have two boys, 13-year-old and an 8-year-old. And so running a household and being a mom, being a wife, being a sister, being a member of the church, it all has to fit together po. And so you always have to plan ahead, think 10 steps ahead of the game to always be where you need to be at a certain time, appointments, school, work, and whatnot po. So I think for me, it's hard to do that with just in my own. And it's a partnership between me and Brother Alan. But I think the biggest thing po that helps me out every day is inviting God, right? Having that prayer in the morning and at night, just ensuring that He is with us within our household, whatever decisions we make, whatever places we decide to go to as a family. He is with us po. So that's always been our what we strive to do. So mom math, just as an example po, if my two kids, they have different times of school that they start, I have a start time for work, and so I have to back up my planning to say, okay, if I wake up at 6 in the morning, I can prepare Brother Alan's baon for work. I can prepare my youngest for the bus stop by 7:15, and then get logged in for work, and also prepare my oldest son's baon and all of that good stuff at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so it's a lot of planning ahead po, but
Yeah.
it's not achievable without God's help.
Yeah. So we pray for all our plans in the morning that everything will um, will go smoothly as best as possible, right? So let's go over there on terms of challenges. I know we've hit the part about challenges, and I wanted to just share. Um, I was able to get in contact with Brother June Mariano over in the local congregation of Beaverton. He's been married for 35 years, and and Brother June and Sister Irene, um, they met at the university, and you know, there's always challenges within the married couple. So he said overcoming challenges are done through prayers and have a strong faith of what God can do for us. Always entrust everything to Him and do your part, and God will do His part. And we've listened to both of you, and you've gone through different challenges in life. Um, what do you do when you come, like life kind of feels like it stopped? And what do you do when you hit that point, brother Ash? I'm sorry, brother Lexter and sister Ashley. I know you've been only married not only, it's 6 long years. So you have challenges. How did you overcome that?
So we've been married for 6.5 years, but been together for like 6 months or like almost a year now.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot of adjustment. But while through our devotional prayers, from there we all know that we're in a good hands. You know po, that God's always there, and whatever we may face, as long as we are active, performing our duties po, we all know, we both know that we're in a good hands po. That God will provide everything po for us, and help us whatever problems that we're about to face po.
That is well said. And we cannot do anything without God, and we go through that. That's life. We all experience that, and so um, I want to ask Sister Maria and Brother Allen, what is the most meaningful lesson you have learned as a couple?
Um, the most meaningful lesson as a couple, it's it's really being true with each other. And because when you do that, it's it's y- what's that word?
compromise.
we can overcome anything really when when we're both working together. It's it's, if it fails, at least we tried. you know
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it works out, we praise God because it's for us. So going back to what I mentioned earlier about um, everything happens for a reason. It may be a good thing, or it could, it may be a yes, or it may be a no. So for us, it really comes down to relying on what God can steer us towards to.
Yes, and
So
I think for us, a lot of the things that we've gone through, a lot of challenges, but lots of ups and downs as a couple, as a family. I think those are there to strengthen you, Pot, right? You come out stronger together at the end of everything, which, we look back and we're like, oh, we couldn't have done that if it wasn't for our faith, if it wasn't for God. But ultimately, po, I think the biggest lesson that we've taken away is just putting God first in everything that we do. We may be stuck at work, we maybe have other things, but if we prioritize our duty, if we prioritize our Christian offering, nothing can hinder us. But there's always abundant blessing that comes into our lives as long as we put God first in everything that we do. But
Yeah, love that. So it's a lot of lessons that we've learned, and I think Brother Lexter, who and Sister Ashley, they're still young in their marriage, but I'm sure there's lessons already learned s- in this time that you've been together.
I
Yeah.
also want to add to the, it's, hats off to Brother Lexter for being able to hold off for that amount of years without Sister Ashley being right next to him. That is a big feat to to overcome. And what I wanted to bring up is it's being patient. I think patience is also a key, because sometimes when you ask for something, it's not given to you right away, especially if you ask God for something. He may be testing your patience. Um, the best example is when I mentioned earlier that I prayed for, hopefully Sister Maria as a partner in life. That was when freshman year. And I know I prayed for that, but it didn't happen until when 2008. So God works in His own way, in a way. So yeah.
All right. Let me go back and ask Brother Lexter about that. Uh, Sister Ashley.
Yeah, you're right, Brother Alan. It in our situation before, it requires a lot patience, and for now, um, we even truly support each other and grow together. Yes, po.
Yeah, support and grow with each other. It's yeah, and over the years, your love will, like our topic title today, a love that grows with time, and that's what it is, and that's what marriage is all about. And so before we'll I'll ask this one question before we finish. But before that, I'd like to just recognize our viewers and listeners out there. So I'll give you guys a chance to think on this question. Uh, what is your advice to our unmarried or our Kadiwa members, um, you know, looking for their future partner? And share your one most memorable experience. So go ahead and think about that while I'll go ahead and greet some of our brethren there in our live chat. And so I'd like to just say hello. We had our first honor this afternoon, and she came all the way from the District of Virginia. So Sister Marina Layog, and coming from all the way there, she supported INC Radio Virginia and now supporting us here in INC Radio Oregon. And with that said, I just wanted to also let all of you know. I feel like this is one thing to let our viewers know is that uh, we had our INC Radio worldwide meeting, and the District of Oregon was recognized as being number one as the average view duration, meaning that um, our viewers stayed on long enough to listen into our conversation here on INC Radio and to be recognized worldwide like that. That is a blessing for all of us. And that goes because of you, our viewers. So thank you so much from INC Radio Oregon crew members. And so we'd like to also say uh, hello to Brother Andrew, also from Virginia, Sister Rachel from Beaverton, Sister Katlea from New Jersey, and hello to Brother Jake Cruz from Resident Minister of Portland, and Sister Claire Cruz as well. Sister Karen Dasmarinas is there, as well as with Brother Christian. So Brother Christian and Brother Alan are brothers. Also, Sister Mary Jane Angeles from Hillsboro and St. Helens. Brother Mario Oka from the local of Brixtonville there in Kalaoka North. I know it's really early there, so thank you so much. Brother Romel Arlos, Brother Danny J. Angeles, both from Hillsboro and St. Helens as well. Sister Jillian, she's listening in because she's taking tips from us. And so we hope that we're giving you good tips, Sister Jillian. Let's see. Brother Kunai from Vancouver as well. We have Sister Luisa Ledesma from Vancouver. Sister Christina Python. She is listening in from local Nang Imus, district of Cavite South. Let's see. We have Brother Arman Kagingin listening in. I saw Brother Rod Reyes as well. Our resident minister from Vancouver, Sister LJ Yaneza Hillsboro. Um, Brother Mike and Sister Ann Fitchett, she said, traits to look for in a husband: kind, hard worker, helps in household works too, and of course, a church member. And Brother Kevin Garner from Hillsboro also said, trust and support and share same dreams and aspiration. Um, yeah, and we're also having viewers from Baba Nuang, Isabella West, Sister Sally Samortin, Brother Ronnie Lee Anisiete, uh, coming in from Bonao in the Dominican Republic, District of Caribbean. Thank you so much for joining us. Sister Melissa Balan, Sister Lexi, Aquesta, um, Brother, I believe here, Brother Mike Fitchett said, I found a treasure from God, a good wife, and led me to the Church of Christ. This is from Brother Michael Fitchett of Vancouver. Um, Also, we have Mai Spinelli. I believe that's your relative, Brother Alan and Sister Maria. Yeah, she
Yes.
said hi. Hi, Ate Maria and Kuya Alan. I love their love story. Honored and blessed to be your little sister. Love you both. Thank you for the marriage advice and for always reminding us to pray. And so, they're listening in. So I love that. All right. Also, Brother Michael De Jesus from the District of Micronesia, Brother June Mariano from Beaverton, Sister Annalisa Pimentel from Roseburg Group Worship Service, Sister Lucy Ancheta from INC Radio Virginia, and of course the Dasmariñas family from Elk Grove, Northeast California. We appreciate you there in our live chat. And so, last of all questions to both of you. Um, very briefly po, um, what is your advice to our unmarried uh, brethren looking for a future partner? And give us your most memorable experience uh, as a couple. So let's go over to Brother Lexter and Sister Ashley.
Well, our best advice will be this should come with like on the brother side and sister side po. For me as the brother side po, I would say let's do your devotional prayer all the time, especially if you have like met someone that you'll like you wanted to, you know po, if you like someone, especially inside the church, and you know, getting married is like it's a big commitment, so don't rush things up po. And there's like saying in our in our culture like there's no turning back for us, you know po, especially as a member inside of the church po. um,
All
and
right.
sister side will be a sister Ashley.
Yes. In addition to what Brother Lexter said was, embrace the power of the to be open and honest to each other, and have a good communication that both of you will be freely connect, and both of you will be heard po.
Wow. Great advices. And so let's also ask I can tell that Brother Alan and Sister Maria have something to say. Go for it, Paul.
Yes po. For us, I think the biggest advice I would give to the Kadiwas out there is to wait. Take your time. Just take it easy. Just be patient po. It's things like this, finding a partner is not something you rush about.
Mhm.
You want to make sure that you pray to God for the right partner for you, because as Brother Lexter said, there's no return, no exchange. Once you commit, that's it, forever na po yun. So um my biggest advice is to wait and enjoy being kadiwa, but at the same time, if you're in that space of looking for a partner, just pray for the right one po, and it will come.
Okay. We all heard that loud and clear from both of our couples today. And so we hope that our Kadiwa members will take heed to those advices as well. Um, and we are just so blessed to have God steering our our relationship. Make I always said that we it's important to have God as our driver, right, on this journey. And so, just really quickly, I just wanted to say, Sister Lucy said, a devotional prayer, trust and believe. Sister Melissa Balan said, a good partner is someone who will be one with you to fully obey his commandments, which is our Almighty God's commandments. And then lastly, um, Brother Andrew said, have a devotional prayer, see who you are thinking of marrying, perform their offices, and to see truly how they are. And so, Brother Jess said, no refund policy. That's right, Brother Lester. All right. We enjoyed having such a great conversation with our brethren here who are married inside the Church of Christ. And so, our takeaway from our conversation this afternoon is that marriage is a sacred union between a man and a woman, which God instituted. Every couple's goal is to cultivate love, happiness, and a peaceful relationship. This can be achieved by maintaining obedience and faith in our Heavenly Father. And so, wow, had great conversation. I think we could go on another hour just talking about this, but that's not gonna happen, Paul, because we have another program that's coming up right after us. But we appreciate that everyone there in our live chat was, engaging with us and sharing their insights as well. And so we're gonna have our district book club night, and that is tomorrow. And so, Kuya Tex, if you want to show that promo banner for us, um, our our district book club night, our long-awaited activity, for that is tomorrow. It will finally come tomorrow. It be we'll be starting our registration. So please come and check in at the registration table at 5 o'clock. Also, we'll be having photographer there to take our formal pictures, as well as our, taking the chance to do selfie photos as well. So we have photo booths there. So be there. Our program will start promptly at 6 p.m. So we encourage everyone to please come early so that we can start our program promptly at 6 p.m. We'll be having entertainment as well, and shared by our brethren, our children, as well as our booklet members. We're excited to see them perform their numbers. And so we ask that you enjoy them as well. We also have a video presentation as well. And just come and enjoy. This is our chance to, date our husbands, our wives, and socialize with one another. So on behalf of the district staff and the book club planning committee, we hope that all of you will enjoy our district book club night tomorrow. And then we can take that down now, book. All right, thank you. And then we have our district devotional prayer daily at 9:30 p.m. Just wanted to remind everyone there. Um, and just wanted to say that happy birthday to the following brethren. Brother Warren Maneja, resident minister of the local congregation of Oregon City. That's December 10. It's upcoming, and today is the anniversary of our sister Julia Manzano and her husband, December 7, from the local congregation of Beaverton. And so we've come to the end of our program. I really enjoyed your company. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation of INC Radio Oregon, Sister Maria, Brother Alan, Brother Lexter, and Sister Ashley. And we hope that many more of our brethren will come and guest on our show as well, for other upcoming topics. And we'd like to send out a special acknowledgement to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, our brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, our CFO coordinator, SEBC CEO and president, as well as our INC radio station manager. He is our brother Wally Tarai, uh, our brethren here who continues to guide us to have programs like this, and we appreciate their support as well. We deeply appreciate all of you who have joined us here on our program today. We'd like to extend a very uh, big thank you also to our brother Moises Cadosale, our district minister, our assistant district minister, brother Gino Ramillo, as well as all the ministers, their families, and all of you joining us. Please continue to um, support INC Radio Oregon. Let's stay number one. Um, and we're blessed to have this. Paul, is all glory back to our Almighty God for having us, for allowing us to have this. So join us again next week, Saturday, same time. After this episode, please share this link with everyone that you know and have them subscribe to INC Radio DZM 954 on the YouTube. And next week's topic will be about our CFO, or our Christian family organizations activities on the we want to reminisce on some of our activities that we had this year. So come back again next week. And so next up on INC Radio is um, INC Radio Alaska coming up in about a few minutes. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy this weekend. We hope to see our brethren, our married brethren, our booklet brethren, our booklet members to at our event tomorrow. Please come early, and we'll see you all there. Enjoy, everyone. Take care.